What's going on, guys? It's Chev. So I made a video similar to this a few weeks ago, I think, about Activision getting absolutely slammed on the timeline. So if you didn't know, there is a Squid Game event starting tomorrow over here on Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Netflix's Squid Game comes to Call of Duty. The outfits look cool. It looks, you know, accurate to how it's supposed to be and everything. Good, high quality looking stuff. And in this whole like limited time event thing starting tomorrow, show all the things that they have going on right here. They got red light, green light, the classic, got pentathlon. I assume that's like a triathlon, but it's 5 instead of 3. Squid Game mosh pit, not entirely sure what that is, but I'm sure that they could explain it all. And then they got dead light, green light over on zombies. They got some Squid Game mode over on Warzone. And then they have this thing over here, an event pass. This is something new that we've never had in Call of Duty before. And this seems to be where it's drawing most of the flack. So obviously Call of Duty is not in a great position in terms of their general image at the moment. People are very upset about the anti-cheat in general, some bugs and other things like that. Most of the complaints that I see are from the anti-cheat. The player count is dropping and all that stuff. And it's especially weird because it's a game that was received very, very well in comparison to recent years. I mean, this is definitely one of, if not the best launch they've ever had. Also one of the sharpest declines they've ever had. So people are obviously unhappy. Me, myself, I enjoy the game, but it's just Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I would like to play my Elden Ring level 1 run at the moment, but I have to finish this Abyss grind. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm home free. But man, is it tough. Anyway, I'll complain about that in my next video. Anyway, event pass. You have this thing right here for the event pass. So there is an event that is happening, then they are putting a premium pass within the event outside of the normal free pass. So you don't have to buy it. But again, this is just another avenue to try to siphon more and more money out of it. Here's the comparison between the two of them. Before anyone even knew the price or anything on it, people were assuming that this was going to be incredibly expensive, but it turns out that it's 1,100 COD points. It's around $10. So it's not as egregious as everybody was assuming that it was going to, but that just says how conditioned we are as a community that play the game. We assume that Activision is going to overprice everything, and this is reasonably priced. With that said though, it's yet another price that people would want to, it's yet again another price within the game after you buy it. Now again, you don't have to buy it. People got a bad taste in their mouth. They're very, very angry at the moment. So anything that has to do with, even if it has nothing to do with the game's mechanics at all, people are upset. If they try to sell anything in any way, shape, or form, people are just going to say that you guys got time to do this, but you can't fix your anti-cheat, even though they're completely unrelated. The Activision won't be able to win here. Of which, I mean, to be fair, I enjoy seeing them lose, personally. Love the game, don't love the company. They're lucky they hooked me when I was a kid. So Charlie Intel goes and tweets, $70 base game, $30 black sell per season, $20 to $30 in-game bundles, $10 battle pass per season, new $10 event passes, no real anti-cheat, and a broken game. Activision have lost their minds. Now, to be fair, you could argue against a lot of this stuff. So you have the $70 base game, right? Not really. You could just play Warzone completely free. You don't have to buy the black cell. I very rarely buy the black cell. I think I bought it like 2 times, and it was usually for like some other reason to buy it. $20 to $30 in-game bundles. Again, you don't need to buy that. Those are incredibly, disgustingly overpriced. $10 battle pass per season. Not too bad. People are used to buying battle passes and stuff like that ever since Fortnite started it all. Now we have new $10 event passes, which is not the first time that it's ever been done in a video game or something like that, and it could be priced worse, but again, there's no real anti-cheat going on and broken game. I don't know what they mean by broken game entirely, if anybody could explain that to me. I see the common complaint on the anti-cheat and like moderation and stuff like that, but I don't see anything about like what's actually broken. I did crash a good amount, but after like turning some shit down, I don't crash anymore, but I shouldn't have to turn shit down. It would be the only game that crashes, all that shit. Anyway, the biggest COD Twitter account and you are in contact with Activision, get all the pissed off creators you know and call them and tell them what needs to change. Tweeting won't solve anything. I don't know why you think that like the creators and the people that have any kind of influence within the community have any kind of real power here. Realistically, the devs don't even have power either. Get all the pissed off creators you know and call them and tell them what needs to change. You do realize that's happened like on multiple occasions, right? And we still end up back in the same spot every single time. And tweeting won't solve anything. That's not entirely true. You don't have an answer either. The answer is to obviously stop paying for the shit, stop playing the game, go play other games. The issue is that you can't organize enough people to drop the game entirely and then play something else. And then not only that, when they go and play other games, they still fall into other predatory systems that are just within, it's spread all throughout our entire industry. This is all over the place. Activision is not the only offender. So where do people go? Personally, I mean, just go play some more Elden Ring. Swag says sickening. cook them frauds. Nothing will ever change until people stop buying or paying. The Microsoft acquisition and its consequences, I mean, we already had this sentiment towards Activision anyway before any of that shit. Kind of irrelevant. Don't forget the strict ranked SBMM and EOMM in public matches. We've already had a whole discussion in that last video, Call of Duty is Dying video, about SBMM and EOMM. It's kind of a lose-lose scenario. The culture of everything is a little bit different than it used to be. I don't think that the SBMM belongs in public matches, but people will quit. I think it makes complete sense that the skill-based should only be in ranked matches, but when somebody wants to casually play the game and they're getting blown out no matter which direction they're choosing to play, most casual players don't want to play ranked. They'll never play ranked. It's a small portion of players that actually play ranked. So they won't retain those players because they won't ever even interact with the system. They removed the few extra COD points you got for completing battle passes this year as well. Wait, really? Insane. I won't spend another $1 until it's fixed. I'll keep on playing zombies. Years of this cycle on Warzone alone, never mind the years of MP. This shit should be illegal. And we got these corny posts about completely irrelevant shit. No one ever considered Call of Duty a milsim. Boring as fuck. Only way to fix it is to stop giving them money. Wow, holy shit, you're a genius. Explain how we can do that. I think we should all just stop playing and buying CODs now if they're not willing to even give us a decent game. The game is good though. Like, that's the worst part. It's a full package. It's more of a full package than we've ever gotten. It's the aftercare that's been terrible. You act like this is the first time they've done this, true. They've also lost a chunk of their player base, yeah, but they expect that. They need a bigger chunk. We didn't get invited to this event, so we couldn't provide any feedback directly this time. Well, it's not like Charlie Intel is the only one that's capable of providing the feedback anyway. 9 times out of 10, they ain't listening. Did you see everybody's face during the Warzone 2 event? They didn't listen to anybody. They got all the feedback they could. They could see it in the soulless, completely disappointed body language all around the place. People slumping. It's brutal. Go back and watch the event. It is brutal. And they still didn't change shit. And they finally change it, and you guys are still dunking on them. So to them, they're like, well, what the fuck? Should we listen to them or not? they're too, like, data and profit driven to, like, deal with the nuance in the order of shit. You really think that they actually give a fuck even if you were invited? True. They don't care. They're too busy working on next year's games and shoving a bunch of MTX in it. Yeah. The Sledgehammer devs would listen at events and calls. There have been no calls or anything for Black Ops 6 since launch. The Squid Game thing was the first event so far. Yeah, that's Sledgehammer. This is Treyarch, which is led by a head dev who thinks that streak looping is bad. Having fluid movement is bad, and was responsible for the shitty streak system in Cold War. I mean, there were shitty systems in all the games, to be fair, but yeah, I have to say, Sledgehammer for multiplayer is the best. The campaigns, though, you know, not so great. The zombies, not good, but multiplayer, Sledgehammer's got that. So yeah, people are just collectively just dunking on them over and over and over again. Same old song and dance. I'm gonna go and play, you know, the event tomorrow and just see how, like, the red light, green light is. That's probably fun for at least 10 minutes, maybe try out whatever the fuck this is, whatever this is as well. Probably won't be doing the Warzone stuff. I'm never gonna touch Warzone after this whole plunder fiasco. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I imagine we're all collectively saying and just repeating each other, so again, I encourage people, just play a different game. Very simple. I just have to get this Abyss camo, that's it.